Are you looking for a D&D podcast with a dark side? Something more like Game of Thrones and less like Monty Python? Tale of the Manticore is part dark fantasy audio drama, part solo D&D RPG. There's no plot armor here. The dice make all the important decisions. Join me as I resurrect the excitement, wonder, and emotion of old school D&D. Made for a mature audience, Tale of the Manticore is both a fiction and a game. It's the story where chaos rolls.
To Talks Around The Teapot with our guest host back again for another week.
It's Rio. Hello. I'm back again for another week. Hi, Mum Attack.
Hi, Mum Attack.
I only say that because I'm scared.
You're
legally bound.
I'm legally bound. She made me sign a contract last saw her, so you know I have to say it now.
Yeah.
But yeah. And hi everyone else.
Yeah,
Yes.
we love you all too.
Yeah,
Is
we
that
love you
why
all.
nobody comments and subscribe? Because we only talk to Mum Attack.
The
We'll
conversation's for
talk to
everyone.
you too,
Yeah.
bro. Yeah, we've got Rio back, which means we're going to have a lot more structure again to this talks, which is really nice. Like, I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah.
And I'm just really excited to see your notes.
I have more notes this week than last week, but I don't know if any of them, I don't know if all of them are usable.
Well,
you know?
we'll
I
cover
wanna
all
hear
of
all
them
of them.
anyway. I want to know your thoughts even if they're not questions.
Yeah. Well, I started off with the first thing I wrote was decided to tell the truth because for the first time, you guys decided to tell someone the truth, the unfiltered truth.
We did.
That was weird.
Yeah.
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 From us.
Weird.
It was. I really liked it to like get it all into a thing.
I don't know if it's just a Rosalind thing, but it feels safe having somebody who is like an adult, who is like capable, powerful adult, Madam B, who knows everything.
Yeah.
Like that does make me feel safe. But like, I don't know about you guys, but I didn't feel like it was a choice to tell her. We didn't have a choice.
No.
We had to. But I'm
I do
glad
feel
we
good
did.
that we did.
Yeah.
So in some respects, some might say that despite Talia making a very stupid decision last episode, it turned out all right in the end.
Well, it's turned out all right so far.
Stupid thing did you do?
You know, like the blood
I
sacrifice.
mean, you still don't know. You might be bound to a demon.
Yeah, but my point
And
is,
Madam
if-
B is just well now because she.
No, because
What was
I mean,
that?
but then she didn't put enough blood for it to light up, did she?
Oh, I guess.
So it
There
might
was a pulse
just be
though.
that, but there was a pulse.
yeah, but she didn't have to roll a save.
That's true.
Yeah, it's also true.
But if Talia hadn't been stupid, we would have never been forced to tell Madam B, and we wouldn't have felt comforted in the fact that an adult knows.
I think we would have at some point had to. I don't know what it would have been, but something would have made us if it wasn't that. It was kind of inevitable. But it did feel good.
Even though you didn't tell her everything.
Yeah, I didn't say shit about my ring.
I saw you every once in a while in that conversation. I saw you look at your ring, and I could tell
Rosalind
you were like,
was panicking a bit about that,
Yeah.
but it didn't come up, and
No.
she wasn't asked about it.
yeah.
I forgot about that. Not gonna lie.
I just remember when she started talking about like I don't know. I know I'm going to keep that to myself.
Well.
But yeah, Rosalind was very, very aware of that and very aware of not saying anything about it.
Yeah, I feel like it was sort of, we did briefly discuss it, but not really. But I think we'd all sort of decided anything we're not asked explicitly about, we're not going to tell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But now her and Richard know your names.
they do.
Know
And
our
they
dads.
they already knew of our dads.
Yeah. Which makes sense, because they are famous boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, because when I said who Gilbert was, she was like, oh, and you are his wayward daughter. So like,
Yes, she's heard.
had heard of me.
It's also really funny to me that like rumours of Talia being like a little edgelord crazy bitch have like reached London somehow.
yeah.
Really
Oh.
funny.
It's probably fucking Harold.
Yeah, there was one.
Spreading
Yeah,
rumours.
Harold chatting shit in the whorehouse.
Yeah, one dad was known more than the others, I guess.
Yeah, so apparently my father is a regular. Well, we think
Once
he
or
might
twice
be.
a month, once every other month.
Yeah. But we don't know for how long. I didn't ask that question.
That's
like, has it
true.
been going on like my whole life or only recently?
Interesting.
No mention of your mother.
Yeah, she wasn't mentioned. Which, do you think that's worse or better, the fact that she just...
I
Not as Agatha as you. I'm curious what
I
Agatha
don't
thinks.
know. Because, like, I did ask Diamond, like, did he say anything about my mother? But I didn't know if that was coming out, like, oh, did he ever love my mother in the first place? Or is he, like, chatting shit about her, which I would agree with.
Yeah.
Like, at least someone is aware. Like, that's what I wanted to know.
Yeah.
I think I'm, like, 80% sure it is actually him. There's a 20% chance that this is a completely different guy.
I think it's
him.
Yeah.
Knowing that they were definitely in Ratcliffe, like, or at least, you know, they had stuff marked, they knew Ratcliffe, I'm like, probably.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious because I'm like, wherever they, like, did they just, like, go back to Ice and Harold was just, like, at the Velvet Masquerade? Like, Gilbert and Frederick were just in bed, like, oh no, he won't be back tonight. Like,
Yeah. My father is an interesting man.
he is. I'm very interested in him. I think because we've not met him, you know, in the game and, like, barely in Session 0, like, and since you've had that flashback and then, you know, we were talking about him to the horse, like, and they knew him, like, I'm really interested in, like, his presence.
Yeah.
Especially because, you know, he's the one most likely who killed the people in the basement.
Yeah.
So I'm really, like, I don't know, Harold is very, like, a thing on my mind at the minute.
I'm really, because if he killed all the people in the basement, like, he might have killed the little girl.
See,
I think the people killed the little girl.
Oh, okay.
I think they're the cult.
I think they sacrificed her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's why your dad killed all of them.
Oh, okay, all right.
Let us know what you
That's
think.
what I think.
I didn't clock it. I thought she just a little girl who fell in the well.
Oh.
Yeah, that's, you know, it's a, oh no, she fell in the well, and then there was no dog.
I'm like, everything's connected. There's a cult in the basement.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
they
that
killed
makes
her
sense.
for sure.
Story-wise, that makes sense, but my brain just went...
It would make sense then if my dad, like, avenged her death, if this is the same ghost, why she's obsessed with me.
Yeah, she was nice to you.
But-
She stroked your head.
But the ghost came to you before we'd gone to the house. I think they're two different
Yeah,
ghosts.
that's true. I think
keep
they are
forgetting
now.
about that.
Yeah.
I keep
I
forgetting about
think
that.
that is someone. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they were different.
Yeah.
I after today, I definitely do think they're different.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to say, there's another thing about, like, when you were discussing with Diamond about your dad coming to visit, it kind of made me realise that I don't think Agatha actually knows her dad, and I don't mean that in the sense of, like, the three of you, your dads have secrets from you. If I told you to describe, like, if I told Rosalind, describe your dad, to describe your dad's personality
It would
to
be
me,
correct.
it would be correct. Same with Gilbert. But then when asking about, like, oh, boisterous, Agatha's response was, oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well, because he puts on a different persona when he's around my mother, so...
Yeah, I think, and I've always sort of had the sense with our dads that, Harold is the one who is wildly different at home and then when he's away. I feel like both of ours, even though, you know, there is stuff we don't know, and particularly, like, I mean, you obviously are really close with your dad. No comment about Rosalind and Frederick. But, like, I think, you know, even when they're away, they're recognisable as themselves, you know? Like, their outward facade and what they put out doesn't really change, whereas I think it's becoming really clear that for Harold it might be very different.
Yeah.
Interesting. Very interesting. We got some more, like, backstory about Madam B and the Ratcliffe
Yeah.
runs.
I'm so intrigued on how she got the house.
Yeah.
Same.
Like, how?
Yeah.
Because it used to belong to the Ratcliffe runners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they
then-
wouldn't have given it up easily.
No.
And as what she just said, and then I took it.
Yeah.
Yeah. With her own little magic.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Rosalind was having an interesting time with that because so obviously, like, Rosalind was focused on other things and like a bit chilled out this episode. Still reeling from, the breakdown of her worldview. Rosalind just kept thinking about her conversation with Madam B and the way Madam B was like, oh, but you can use it when men like you and you can manipulate them and they're actually really stupid. So Rosalind, I think, thinks that Madam B just like seduced one of them and like manipulated it and like took it off them and then like got rid of them all. And Rosalind thinks that's really slay. Might not be true, but that's the theory that Rosalind has based on that conversation.
That would make sense.
That would make sense. That I've always been saying that Madam's B power is just her power over people.
Yeah.
That's like her strength.
Rosalind said mentor.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what's in my head. But I really want to know.
I also wrote down, Frances is a girl? Exclamation
I
mark.
was confused about this. I always thought that your cousin Frances was a woman. Like, didn't we have like a picture?
Yes, but it looks very androgynous.
I think we debated it. Like, there was a point we were saying he, and then there was a point we were saying she, and we weren't really sure.
Yeah. Oh, I think it must have been the name then, because obviously Frances Whitney, I must have
because after we first saw that, you said that out of game, but we'd never established it in game. And because we all said he, it had to be canon that we all said he, and that you like hadn't noticed or hadn't said that.
Oh, I didn't even realise.
So we sort of...
Either way, there was a debate about the gender, and that we were unsure.
In game, you said, if I remember correctly, like, oh, another uncle.
Yeah, like he doesn't have any other brothers.
Doesn't have any brothers. And so I think it was just an assumption that this is Francis as a guy, but then when mentioning Francis...
Maybe I just completely blocked this out.
Maybe.
Because...
Maybe too busy on drugs.
Maybe,
no, this is before I started taking drugs.
But then since then,
maybe it's just all hazy memories.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I also wrote down. Oh, you've already met one of the gang leaders. Of
Oh my god, that's so scary. And he was just nice, funny guy. Took the piss out of our voices.
Yeah.
That
was a dangerous
terrifying.
person. You were in contact with a very dangerous
terrifying.
person.
Yeah. We bought shoes off of him.
Scared. Rosalind's like, I knew we shouldn't have bought those boots. I didn't need them.
Silly girl.
Yeah, you definitely would have needed those boots.
Yeah, she's
Imagine going into that cellar place with all the bodies in your pretty little shoes. Imagine that.
Imagine the stains they would get.
Yeah. Imagine if you accidentally touched any of the bodies with them.
No.
Your feet would not be protected.
Oh, cry. It would be touching your toe, bit of human
Okay,
gum on your feet.
I get your point.
So the boots are useful.
Yeah. From Scary Criminal Man.
From the Scary Criminal Man. That is interesting. You didn't need to go back to the cobbler's for any reason, do you?
No.
But it's scary that he's a scary criminal man and he knows that we're three very out of place, very posh sounding ladies.
Concerning.
Yeah.
I also wrote, just a small detail, Morne almost made a big spill. Again.
Go back
see if you can find it, see if you can spot the spill.
I'm just very clumsy. I
think you've spilt a drink every episode.
Literally.
Yeah, you...
But
just before we press record on this, they spilt more water on the table.
My hands are just so shaky and like I don't know.
I just don't know.
No, I'm just...
And then there was, after that whole conversation and everything went down for breakfast, lunch, that time period. It's a breakfast, lunch crossover
Talia's
thing.
Ego.
Talia's
Brunch.
Ego, brunch,
Yes.
Was this before
Oh yeah, they invented brunch. They invented the concept
I can't
of
believe
brunch.
brunch was invented in Ratcliffe. It's insane.
Was this before or after we went and like did all the dead body stuff?
This is before.
Right.
This is
before.
before.
This was because the first half of this game was
everything's in
really
order.
light-hearted, and then we went.
Everything's in order. Don't you worry.
Okay.
This was before, so there was challenge. You just.
I just thought it would be fun.
Yeah.
Also, Talia has never lost to a man when it's been one-on-one.
This is so bad for her ego.
The dice know. The dice.
Talia is going to challenge somebody so impossible to beat, and I'm so scared.
I have written.
She's going to be so cocky.
Yeah, I've got the phrase, Talia needs to be humbled before it gets dangerous. Because it might just reach a point where it's like, psh, I've won a battle against every single man. You can't defeat, and then just
smack down.
Talia's actually starting to lift weights now.
That's true.
Some people
Talia
enjoyed
has
the
started
view of
her
that.
gym journey.
Yeah. You got
How
a gym
was
break.
that out in the garden, ladies?
Evelina's a really good book.
Yeah, Rosalind did some really good embroidery.
Yeah. Did you finish your embroidery?
No.
Okay. And did you finish your book?
No, but it is over 400 pages long.
What's happened in the 181 pages that you've read? Did
Don't read it
Evelina make an entrance into the world?
Yeah, a woman called Evelina makes an entrance.
And it took 181 pages to get to that point. The first 180 pages don't include her.
She might be called Evelina, we don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah. You got a new gym bro, and these guys got a new show, daytime TV, I guess. That version of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it seemed to be a pretty good day after, the morning that you had.
The morning of this day, for us girls, it's been one of the best mornings. Like,
Oh my god, yeah.
Sure.
It was like the only chill, nice morning we've had in ages.
Like, you got to beat a man in arm wrestling and we got a bit of eye candy,
did.
so...
we
Is
all
that what
relaxed a
I've
bit.
been downgraded to?
Yeah.
You started your gym journey. I really liked it that Thomas was like proper gym lad. You were like, how'd you get strong? He was like, eat a lot, lift a lot. Like, he's not wrong. No. That's just really funny.
And then someone asked someone if they wanted to go on a walk. Just briefly. It was just mentioned. This was just during the workout bit. We can go in more detail later because...
we will get...
But right now, someone gets asked something. Did you get asked to go on a walk by anyone?
No, I don't think I did. Did you?
I didn't. Odd for me.
Odd for
I didn't.
What about Agatha?
Yeah.
I got asked on a walk.
By?
I forgot his name.
That's his name? Thomas!
I was going to say St. Archibald.
Agatha! She wishes. She's going to call him that on the watch. She's going, Archibald!
It was when you were like...
No, you can't. You
Agatha.
can't. Agatha.
You know what I'm thinking, aren't you?
No. Okay.
No, it was when you were like, I've never seen Agatha this way about man before. I was like, I have.
No,
it's your big brother.
Rosalind suppressed that because it was her big brother. Also, I just think Rosalind is like, it's just
Agatha is fucking horny.
Is it horniness?
I don't know, but
she
this
was...
is two men that she's
Agatha was really like, I need some dick when she felt bad the other day. So maybe
Agatha's
she is really
going to
horny.
sleep with Thomas and is going to call out Archibald.
Stop it.
Call out.
Imagine...
Archibald!
You just touched my foot.
I'm sorry, I was going through this.
I thought you meant call out as in cancel him. Like, why are you doing...
This one's...
Boiled water is not better.
Yeah, put something on Twitter or something. That's what I thought you meant by call out.
Also, Archibald is such an unmoanable name. Like, imagine having sex and being like, Archibald. Like that, how?
You can short down to Archibald.
Archie. Like, that's worse.
Anyway.
Moving swiftly on.
We'll circle back to this.
Oh, yeah. We're going to have to.
Evil well girl.
Yeah, well, okay, yeah. My notes make sense to me. I just wrote evil well. You guys went with Madame B and Richard.
Why do you call her Madame?
I don't know. Rosalind just started doing it and she can't do anything else.
Because she calls her Madame B.
I know, but Madame feels more
Madame
proper and more French. Like, Rosalind's pick me, alright?
Mistress Beatrice.
Mummy, sorry, what?
So, Mummy Beatrice.
Chaos.
So, you, Richard, you...
Sorry, I'm just like, Aggie's like, Archibald. Rosalind's like, Mummy Beatrice, I mean Madam Beatrice, sorry.
Talia's just there lifting weights still.
Anyway.
What is happening?
We said there would be more structure because
Chaos. Right, this was an episode when one of the whores has a crush on Agatha, okay? This is like... Anyway, let's talk about scary shit.
The well.
The well that you got... Well,
Evil well girl.
Well, first, before you went to the well, you took Madame B into the basement place where she pricked herself ever so... Not cut, just little prick just to see, which I feel like
she did the smart thing. She did the smart. Just want to see.
Yeah, she did the smart amount of curiosity, I'd say. And, it created that ripple effect. I'm pretty sure that's how it was. It
was just like a pulse.
Yeah.
From like the bit that touched the blood.
Yeah.
It didn't go out across the whole thing.
No, just a quick little...
I imagine it was kind of like a raindrop landing on a pond.
Yeah,
that's how I saw it.
Yeah.
Are we in the same head? Are we in the same head?
Did all three of us think of it?
Because
All four of us, I mean.
Yeah.
Just think of, nice.
Sick.
Good DM describing
Good
skills.
DM skills.
DM who's left the friggin'
DM
room.
just walked out. Don't know why. Don't know where he's gone. He'll be back.
He'll be back, maybe. And then she suggested about maybe getting a pig or something to really try and see. I saw you were down for that.
I was going to say, I wasn't looking at you, but I know Talia was like, yes, let's do that. That's the plan.
Because I feel like that is probably, if you really do want to see what happens.
That is the smartest way.
Well, when the Viscount shows up.
Let's get into that later.
Human sacrifice. Ritual human sacrifice.
Well, he is the Viscount.
Exactly. Hate the Viscount.
So
you hate him, don't you? Yes.
We'll get there.
And then she suggested about just burning the place down, which you guys didn't do. No.
Didn't
But
want
you
to
could
burn
do it,
any
yeah.
clues or evidence.
Yeah. How are we going to do the pig sacrifice if we burn the house down?
Yeah, do it after you do the pig
I
sacrifice,
also, part of me wondered if the well had blood in it.
Same.
And I was like, we're going to take a bucket and
when
do
he was
that.
talking about water, I was like, oh, Rosalind remembers when she thought something was water.
Yeah.
I was really like, oh, it's going to be blood.
Yeah, I thought we were going to pull up a bucket, it was going to be full of blood, we were going to take it into the house, and that's what we were going to do.
Yeah.
Instead, we
found a dead child.
Yeah.
That was horrendous. Like, Lyndon's description.
Oh, the way he describes what does it smell like? Oh, well, it smells... I don't know how to describe water that has a corpse in it. And I was like... okay, yeah, fair. And to be honest, I know what bad water smells like. Water that's been. I know what that smells like. I don't know what a corpse smells like, but I know what dead things smell like.
People say it's like the worst smell imaginable. That even if you've never smelled it before, you can tell what it is. So.
And it's like mixed in water, all sewagey, and just
That
lovely.
was awful.
That was horrendous.
Corpse in the well. Corpse in the world that screamed at you guys.
I can't believe that so much of this episode was really chill and nice, and then that bit was like one of the worst things we've ever experienced in the game. Like, that was such a horrendous experience.
That was heartbreaking.
That was so awful.
Yeah.
I felt a cold finger on the back of my neck when we walked away. Didn't like that.
Yeah. But, Madam B and Richard, they already were kind of believing you, but now they've had their first encounter.
Now they're really going to believe everything we say.
This was one of the things, because it's one of the reasons Sally didn't want to just leave, because it was really we have to, I knew that Richard already believed us because he'd already seen that, but I was like, I want to make certain that Madam B knows
how
that
serious
we're not
it
lying.
Is,
yeah.
I'm sure those 4 points of psychic damage she took maybe helped believe the point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taya's down to 17 hit points.
You need to sleep, bro. You need a long rest. Maybe tonight.
I guess I went to sleep, didn't I? So I'm probably...
You have to have 8 hours of sleep.
Oh, then
I feel like you've not.
Maybe a short rest, but then again, you were on drugs. Anyway.
Moving swiftly on.
I guess. Of course, you went back that night. I just put down story time because I thought that was sweet. You guys put all the beds together, and it was really a sweet moment.
I mean, it wasn't. I was in agony.
Of course. But it was a moment.
So waiting for Agatha to be like, "Why are you moving my bed?" And if we hadn't put you in the middle,
you would not hit the end of it.
It would have been the worst experience ever. You would have been like, "I will wear
because
this
you two would have been cuddling up to each other, and I probably would have been just turned this way, cuddling my own hand.
No, you just think that we don't care about you because you've decided that that's true, and all we're saying is that we love and care about you, and we want you to be included.
She is not in a good place.
She's a salty girl.
Yeah, she's in Ratcliffe.
Agatha,
just give her the benefit of the doubt.
What I'm learning is Agatha doesn't see platonic love as love.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because we've both told you, really, in a very heartfelt way that we loved you. You fell asleep while I was doing that. That's so rude. And then after Taya did that, you were like, right, I'm going to go ride a dick. Bye.
And I'm like, that was not love, actually.
Maybe it will be one day, though.
Maybe it will be one day.
I don't know. She's just
Keep your secrets.
Keep your secrets.
no. It's
Yes.
not. I don't have a secret. It's just that she's a bit.
She's not doing good.
She's not doing good. Her head is all messed up, and also now she's on drugs, so it's all even more messed up.
I'm so glad she's taking steps towards her mental health.
Our heads are also
Look,
messed up, for the
okay.
record. For the record, Rosalind's not doing good,
She
guys.
is very ill right now, so give her the benefit of the doubt.
Ill on drugs.
She feels. She's a bit delulu.
She's a bit delulu.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Anyway.
Moving on.
I'm gonna defend my girl, okay?
Moving on. I went into a well with
you
a
got
dead
sent into a
body.
well.
Oh my god, that was so scary.
Yeah.
I have never been more scared. I mean,
Same.
like,
I was waiting for Lyndon to like cut the rope. They couldn't get the rope back
say,
up.
I
Something
was
gonna get
really
me from
waiting
the
for
well.
something awful to happen.
Like,
I'm so glad it didn't.
I was so waiting to be trapped in that well and having to
Same.
like claw my way out of it.
Literally, I was waiting.
Yeah. That was really scary.
Yeah.
But again, like it was the same thing. Every time Talia does something really scary, I'm like, I am terrified. But she also just gets this like deathly calm come over her. It's really weird. And I think it's because she knows that like it has to be her.
Yeah.
Like there was no way either of you were going down into the well. And she was just like, well, I guess this is what's happening now.
Yeah.
Sickly little Agatha wouldn't survive that.
No, Agatha would die. Like, Agatha would get an inch in the water and just...
perish.
Yeah, Agatha would crumble into dust.
At least a corpse would definitely be pulled up. At least.
Bro. What a thing to say.
Well, you didn't get sent down. It's all right. Yeah.
And there's just no way that Rosalind would have done it.
Oh no, absolutely not. No.
Rosalind was trying to think of other ways it could be done without somebody going down.
Yeah, I was
But that
really
wasn't.
thinking of.
Yeah.
I really did try to think of something else, and I was just like, there's nothing.
Like all I know those 4 hours she was just awake trying to think of something and just couldn't.
Yeah. You called me brave.
Yeah, you are. That was a lot of things. Again, with Rosalind, I'm like, I don't. That was a very scratch of the surface of a lot of things in her head, but that's what came out. I guess I don't hate Richard anymore.
Yeah, that was such a nice moment.
You hugged him.
That really surprised her. Like, she
Yeah.
really didn't know she was doing that until she was, like, in the middle of it, and then she was like, what am I doing?
Was that
a
was
nice
that hug
moment.
for Rosalind, or do you think partly it was also for Richard because he was holding a sack of dead child?
I don't know. It was all of it. It was just, like, that was such an overwhelming situation. And, like, it was initially, like, thank you for doing that. Like, oh my God, thank you. Like, you did that for us. Like, as well, like, you protected us from having to hold that and, like, deal with it. You saved Talia, basically. Like, her life was kind of in your hands and you handled it and nothing went wrong. And, like, you came out here for us. And, like, it was just all of that, but, like, really overwhelming.
Talia didn't get a hug when she came out.
Talia was covered in corpse water.
And rubbing alcohol.
Yeah.
Corpse water's a pretty good name for a band.
That was so much.
No, I'm not going to say that. I just had thoughts.
Next note is dead child.
That
Found a
was
dead child.
so heartbreaking.
Which is like, I think it's at least like, if we're saying that there are two ghosts, that's got to be one of them.
Yeah, that was.
That was the one
so
that
we-
attacked you, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
So
we
we're
think
down
that
to
we're,
one
We're down,
ghost.
you know, which is more
Better.
than
But I've only ever seen her that one time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've not seen her since.
Not seen her since.
No.
Yeah, but the journal has been opened. So.
But,
Yeah.
That's true. And that is the one that does the journal.
Yeah.
Rosalind still hasn't brought up that the journal was open.
No.
It will come up at some point.
They'll probably just open again at some point.
Yeah.
The journal's gone. DM's back in the room, by the way.
Cool. You mentioned that left.
Yeah.
No one cares.
My mum does.
Oh, okay.
My nan probably does.
But you had a funeral.
Oh my
We
god,
did.
that
Like,
was
by a tree.
really like
In my mind, the tree was on a slightly raised bit of ground.
Yes.
Not quite a hill.
little slope up.
Yeah, not quite a hill, but
I
just
could,
slightly
I
higher
could.
up.
That is
I
like
saw
burned
that.
into my brain. That image of that place.
Do you know what
It's so seared in my head.
Do you know what it really reminded me of? Rue in the Hunger
Yes,
Games.
literally. That's what
That's what
I
I
was
was
thinking.
thinking.
God.
Also, just to jump back, completely unrelated, but I got really emotional and got you to do my hair for me.
Yeah.
Not related
That
at
was
all, but I
really
just
sad.
remembered that it's
Oh
already
yeah, the
passed.
wig
That
thing.
was really
I
cute.
forgot. I didn't even mention that.
I did have orange hair for a very long time. I kept it orange for so long in hopes that she would cut her hair and I could be like, wow, look, short orange hair, but it took too long, so I dyed it again. Sorry.
It's fine. We don't know like our characters, and that's okay.
Yeah.
I look like all my characters.
Yes.
Horrifying.
Especially
Rachel.
Which one's Rachel?
Cute, nerdy little librarian girl.
Oh yeah, I probably do actually.
What was her name? Ellie Warts.
Yeah, that's
Ellie
Ellie,
Warts
yeah.
Bottom.
I look exactly like Ellie Wartsbottom.
Beard and all.
Yeah.
Beard,
Yeah.
tattoos.
Got that from my mum.
Yeah.
And I look like Jonathan. I look like Thomas.
Which Jonathan?
All of them.
All the Jonathan.
All the
Johns.
Jonathan sleeps in stripy pyjamas, like full pyjamas.
But the amount of times that we're either talking to Richard or Thomas, and or even Zach, and you just say Jonathan.
It's his default.
This
Yeah.
is default name.
Whatever. I need little pictures here with their names on.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Right, where were we?
cute.
You had the funeral.
The
Yeah.
The funeral was heartbreaking.
That was
Yeah.
sad.
That
Yeah.
was really sad.
I was so like, oh, this is actually like a lot for a viewer to watch.
Yeah.
Like we're just burying a child.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
No name.
no.
No.
Content warning for that one, I
Yeah.
guess.
It was just really sweet though, the way that everybody
We
was
all-
about it. Like,
Yeah, we all contributed.
yeah, oh my god. Aggie reading the last rites.
Yeah.
When was the last time you read your Bible?
Yeah.
Like before that?
I haven't read it since we've been in London.
No.
Yeah.
Since you've been.
I'm pretty sure. I
Yeah.
don't think
And
I've.
the day we left, you were like, I've not read it, I've just flipped through it.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's been a
Been a
while.
while. But it was really nice that from the start of when we knew what it was, you were like, I'm going to do this. Like, you knew what Agatha felt she had to do. And I thought that was really sweet.
Maybe that's. So maybe the soul is laid to rest.
I hope
I
so.
hope so.
I
think
so. That's,
you've done everything
that's
you
the
could.
purpose of the last
Yeah.
rite. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I gave her a little comfy bed in front of the fire while we waited.
I know.
I was like, there's not space for you in the bed, otherwise I wouldn't even put it for you there. That was really sad. And we just went on and got about our day.
Yeah.
Well, you went back and you
Napped.
finally got back and then.
Oh yeah, what did you do?
What did you do when you got back? You had a really emotionally distressing morning.
I
and-
went to bed.
Yeah?
Yeah?
I'm pretty.
Nothing else happened.
So when you say you went to bed, you mean you fell asleep
Why
when
are
you
you
got into
itchy
bed?
and tired?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why are you feeling a bit sick and shaky?
I don't know. I'm just had
But
a
you
long
do know,
have a
don't
long
you?
day.
But you do
Because you
know.
rolled a really high insight.
Yeah. High insight, low. What was the other one? It was a wisdom?
Wisdom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
High insight, low wisdom.
You know what you did.
You've got it back. You went and
Yeah.
got it and hid it. I don't know how. Oh god,
I'm
Agatha's
gonna
not
go
going to
mental.
respond well when she can't find it because
Yeah.
she's going to know it's you.
So, I'm sorry,
Yeah, well-
when she can't find it, what's Agatha's role been in during this entire campaign?
Yeah, no, I know.
Finding things.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it was either Talia's doing that or she was taking it to Madam B. So,
Jesus.
like,
Nick,
she
I'll be
literally...
out because we got
literally
warned.
almost-
You two
told.
are going to be beefing again, I think, soon. I have a feeling.
She
At least they
literally
sort it out.
nearly told Madam B last episode.
Yeah.
So,
And
be
I would have been
thankful,
out.
I don't think you would have been.
Snitch.
You would have just been like confined to a room to like sweat it out.
Yeah, you would never have been allowed it again in the house.
Yeah.
Spanking. What? Sorry, we'll edit that out.
Anyway, drugs.
Anyway, now it's no longer a choice because you're having to roll for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That means
scared
you're
me.
an addict.
Yeah,
you're an addict.
Agatha is now addicted.
Another content warning, I guess.
Yeah. Well, we
Thanks,
really got
Aggie.
to London and said dead children and drug addicts.
That sounds London to me.
Yeah, I think it's good though because she does need to sweat it out before it becomes like a major problem.
Yeah.
Can't go
Yeah,
too
we
need
can't
to-
have
we
her
need to-
super addicted
Yeah,
to
we-
laudanum
Yeah, we need to nip it in the bud.
while we're trying to do big scary
Yeah.
things.
So
Dear me.
if she gets locked in a room, we have a train spotting moment.
I've never seen that.
It's about drugs.
Yeah, I got
It's about
that
heroin.
much.
Yeah.
Let's
Anyway.
hope you're not addicted for too long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She is.
Good for content, bad for you.
Yeah. She needs to.
Bad for sickly little Agatha
Yeah, I
with
know.
a -1 constitution.
Look,
I'm surprised you haven't perished yet.
look, she's struggling.
This is an ex-parrot.
She got offered something, she took it, and now she can't stop. So
I am shocked that Talia has not tried it yet.
Yeah.
probably
but
because
I
you've
feel
seen
like
how I'm
I
reacting.
was going to say, I feel
Yeah.
like you're not doing it because Agatha's done it and you're annoyed at Agatha for doing it, so
Yeah.
you then can't do it.
Yeah.
Because hypocrite.
Yeah. I'm also...
Talia is a massive hypocrite.
Sorry, I was just reading my notes from last week, and yeah, okay.
But I also just think that, like, she saw what Agatha looked like on it. She
Yeah.
was really like...
Doesn't sound
Not
fun.
appealing,
Yeah.
But so while you were doing that, you spoke to Richard for a bit, and you found something out about.
Madam B speaks Latin.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, I'm so excited to see what we find out now.
Yeah,
now that
'cause
we have someone who speaks Latin.
Now
Yeah.
this is now it's like Richard and Madam B. They are part of your little
Yeah,
team.
they are.
They are actually now officially
Yeah.
part
Yeah,
They
but
are.
we've
team you
really... Like, we've had so much that have been, like, clues and stuff for so long that we've just not been able to look at because none of us could read or speak
Yeah.
Latin. And we weren't just going to hand it over to some man who knew it because
Yeah.
it's like...
I'm so interested in Madam B and her backstory
Yeah.
and like how she came to England and like how she speaks Latin and like the specifics of how she got rid of the Ratcliffe runners. Like
Oh yeah.
I'm so interested and I'm so excited because I think we're gonna find out more now that she's really part of it. We have to,
Yeah.
you know.
This episode got me to trust Madam B more.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you how you're feeling
Yeah.
about her now.
Yeah, I'm still a little. I'm still a little bit. But I trust her way more
Yeah.
after this episode.
I
think.
don't trust his smile.
He just loves
It
Madam
just,
B.
it just feels ridiculous. Every character, I'm like, don't trust them.
Actually, this is the one time. There's been a lot of characters that they met in the past where they're like, I don't trust them. I'm like, oh, they seem alright. But like, this is the one time where I'm like, I don't trust them. And you guys are like, oh, it's alright.
Yeah.
But you know,
She got them beauty.
it's one of the you got them beauties. I gotta trust her.
The things that come out of my mouth on this show on the internet. Not good.
But you guys started to, because there's a lot of things that haven't fully been addressed.
Yeah.
But you guys had a conversation starting to address something, which is your previous relationships with the Viscount. Something's actually started to be addressed.
So I mean, Rosalind tried and then she couldn't have the conversation, and it was weird because she clocked very strongly that morning when Madam B was like recognised his name instantly and then said he had interesting taste. And that was sort of, and then obviously like she wouldn't have been thinking about that because like worse stuff was happening and there was a dead child on a funeral, and then it sort of. Yeah, like she was bothered by that and she was thinking about that. And then it sort of came up and she tried to, I don't even remember how it came up, but like she thought she was going to be able to have that conversation more thoroughly than she was when it started. Like Rosalind thought that she was going to be able to say more and process that more out loud, and she couldn't because it's so tied into like everything else that Rosalind is dealing with in terms of her brain and the way she sees the world and things, that like it just didn't end up. But your responses were really fun.
I don't know about you, but there's something so... I don't know if it's just because it's really different now. I so don't like know how we function anymore.
Yes. Oh,
like I don't know how to
absolutely.
talk to you anymore.
Absolutely. Because it's not like...
Because
it wasn't nice before, but we knew how to do it. We were in a mode of existence around each other that was like horrible and difficult, but automatic.
Yeah.
You know, and we knew what it was. Every time, like I really,
it's
it spikes how comfortable she is. Like every now and again, she just randomly is really comfortable, and it's like we're kids, and then it goes back to being really awkward, and I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the whole thing with the Viscount really, like, that's when I was really, like, that whole, like, walk to go get the clothes.
That was really awkward.
Yeah.
I was really like, I can't talk.
Yeah, same. And then about the Viscount, and that's when it was, like, kind of fun again, but it was still kind of awkward because we were talking about the Viscount and, like, everything that encompasses.
But she was laughing at your responses, which was interesting. It was kind of nice for her in that moment, but yeah. But that was again, it was like the surface of a much bigger conversation.
Yeah,
Do
which
you
I
hate
hate
him?
have.
Yes.
You hated him, didn't you? Yes.
I was like, oh, what did you think of him? Arrogant, pompous git.
Oh, I loved that. Yeah.
That was really good.
I think he was alright.
DM is like miserable, shaking his head.
Yeah.
DM loves the Viscount.
I do love the Viscount. He's one of my favourite characters. You guys are going to try and murder him for no good reason.
I'm not going to do shit. I'm not going to murder the Viscount.
I can't make any promises.
Anyway.
But yeah, it's good that something has, because there's a lot of things between you three that need to be addressed.
There is a lot that needs to be addressed with us three.
But something has started, maybe a dialogue, because you guys actually worked as a team, the three, like you actually worked together today. Congratulations.
Oh my god, yeah, because we've actually not all worked as a team in ages, because either I've been off being dumb, or you've been doing something buck wild.
Or you've just gone off
Or
and
you've
done
just
something
gone
else.
on a walk.
I think it helps that we've got Madam B and Richard with us. I think
Definitely.
they're like moderating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
What was I going to say? Who knows? Maybe Tyler and Rosalind.
What? The DM is being a menace in this episode. And he's not said anything. He's not contributed to the show or the conversation.
But
He's just sat giggling.
maybe the Talia and Rosalind will be able to talk a bit more when they're left alone when Agatha goes and spends the night with Thomas.
What?
So you woke up from your drug stupor.
So you're circling back.
Yeah, let's circle back. So you woke up from your drug stupor and you went to the kitchen. You went
looking
for him.
Yeah.
Didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's like...
He's like, what?
I'm,
called in.
I'm close to him.
He's your favourite.
You know who else I would consider that Agatha could be really close to?
Hello.
Hi.
But you weren't there.
We were in the common room. Oh,
With
okay.
the other people, if you cared to find us.
Yeah.
But you went to the kitchen and the other...
DM's gone again.
The other...
Which, also really funny while he's out the room, because he'll object to me saying this on the internet. Thomas was eating just a bowl of sausages, which was really killing me, because last night Lyndon was eating a bowl of sausages. Oh, yeah!
That's definitely where you got the idea from.
And I know Thomas is just like, oh, protein gains, gym lad. But I'm still like, that's really funny.
Yeah, you went in, everyone else left. Yeah. It was just the two, and then he... Well, I can't remember the exact dialogue, because you guys don't talk
He
that
started
much.
it, though.
Yeah, he
asked
started
you.
it. That's insane. He doesn't start conversations.
He was like, oh, about that walk then, do you still want to do it?
He asked you to spend the night with him because he liked when you just cuddled.
That was so sweet.
And it was really sweet when you thought, like, he meant, like, to pay again. And then he had to, like, clarify that's not what he meant. Like, he meant for reals. Also, can we just address that the brothel doesn't fuck on a Sunday?
Oh, yeah.
That's so funny. That is the funniest thing
I
I've
love
ever
that.
heard. That is so funny.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
But yeah, I wonder what Aggie will do this evening and what will happen.
I don't know. We'll find out. But yeah, it's weird because not only have I spent time with Thomas before, but I literally told him I was in love with another man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So...
But he wants to get to know you, I think. And, you know, that other man's vanished and married.
Yeah. Two big things. He's gone and he's married.
Yeah, so we'll see what...
I don't think Thomas sees him as much of a threat to
No,
me.
I think Thomas is like, oh, okay.
Vanished and married.
Yeah, and he's just like, I'm here, not married.
Yeah.
Cuddle.
Yeah.
I really like that
like
he just wants to
Thomas.
cuddle.
Yeah.
Like, it's really sweet.
It's really sweet.
I really liked when Zach came in.
Yeah. That was really cute. Until Rosalind started to not find it cute.
Unless Thomas... Because... Did Thomas, like, they all know that I have spent the night with him before, but do they know that we just
didn't have
cuddled?
sex? Yeah, that's true. It depends on what Thomas has said or not, but Thomas doesn't seem like he says a lot.
No.
Maybe so they probably all assume.
They probably think that you like paid for him once and you like had a good chemistry and he wants it again.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That is interesting.
But Zach is such a little gossiper.
Zach is a little gossip.
Oh, 100%.
DM's back.
Oh,
wearing a coat.
I don't need to be announced every time.
Anyway.
We're going to.
Yeah, we're going to anyway.
You should come display your coat.
Yeah, it's a nice coat.
You got to come and display the
Go
coat.
on, show it off.
The lighting's all wrong.
Anyway,
Zach. Yeah, Zach was a little gossip.
Yeah.
We always knew Zach was a
Zach
little
was a gossip, but I feel like Zach's gossip's always just friendly. It's never like malicious.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh my god, did you hear about what Diane did last week?
It was really sweet, actually.
Yeah.
Like, it felt like that was them sort of accepting us more into their like community, because it was like, oh yeah, and him and Esther are talking, and like
My friend likes your friend, and we're friends, and
it
it's
kind
like,
of was. And the fact that like we were involved in that initial gossip, like, did feel like that. What have you realised?
He doesn't know your real name.
Yeah, that's what I was just
you're
about
gonna-
to say.
So if you're sleeping together and he wants to say your name, he's going to say the wrong name.
So am I, so...
Archibald! I need to stop doing that.
Yeah, that's your brother, Rosalind.
Ew.
Archibald is asexual.
Yeah, what do you think you are, Byron?
Stop it! Oh my god. You need to let Byron go, babe.
He needs to let his sister go.
Enough of this.
Enough.
Anyway.
Stop it.
Stop it.
No.
But yeah, that was
really cute.
It was
You got a
very
date.
sweet.
I'm excited to see what will happen.
It's
there.
nice to see Aggie having something nice happen for her.
Yeah.
Because she's such a little bitch at the minute.
Yeah, maybe she'll be
Respectfully.
nicer.
But it's also
Yeah.
just nice because obviously, like, for whatever reason, whether it's correct or not, like, she doesn't feel that she can be open with Taya and Rosalind at the minute. So it's nice that she can get some comfort from somebody else, potentially. Also, it's funny, you acknowledged it. You were like, don't think Aggie likes me at the minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
I'm interested to see what happens with that. Because I do think, especially with this laudanum thing, I think you two are going to beef again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm stressed about it. Because
I've
Rosalind
just-
always gets left in the middle when you guys beef.
I've just realised, if those two get together,
Yeah.
Aggie's going to want to start bringing Thomas along, which means
I
that...
don't think she will.
No, but if we're doing anything, me and Thomas are going to be like, yeah, but I can do it. She's going to be like, nah, I'll do it. But I can do it, though.
Funny.
It's going to be so beefy. It's going to be great.
Just be gym bros. Be positive towards each
Yeah,
other's
be
strengths.
supportive gym
Come on.
bros together.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's always going to be the competition. I have a
Competition in me. Oh my god, Erlen! Are you watching
Hi,
Somewhere
Erlen.
in the World?
Definitely isn't.
What is it? Hi, Erlen.
Hi, Erlen.
Hi,
Alan.
Alan. Adam.
Stop.
I love in-jokes on the internet.
Yeah, I'm not part of this. I don't know
We'll
what's happening.
explain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Often left out again.
Stop it! Agatha! When has Agatha ever been left out?
Her entire life, she was
Okay.
locked in a room.
Okay.
Yeah, but like you can't blame Rosalind and Talia for that.
I mean, it's not exactly true. She wasn't locked in a room. She had the balcony.
Oh, sweet. You had a balcony.
I had a balcony, yeah. That makes things a lot better.
You were allowed out when it wasn't too cold and when it wasn't too warm, when it wasn't too wet or too dry.
It's giving Secret Garden.
Yeah,
It's
it
giving
is.
Paulina.
That's what I've been thinking of.
Yeah,
I've been
Agatha
thinking
is-
that I am Colin. Like,
Yeah, you kind of are.
but also Colin's oh no, that makes sense though. I was gonna say Colin's a little bitch, but I'm like, I'm a little bitch.
Everything tracks, yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of Collins,
You're engaged.
Oh shit, yeah. To Colin.
I wonder if the Viscount and Collins family have teamed up yet in looking for us.
Who knows? That's a lion's head been delivered to the Velvet Masquerade, which is definitely just the DM trying to scare us, but also
Yeah,
there's
that can't be him.
No, because there's so many things. So Madam B says the Viscount has an interesting taste. Maybe he's just sent a lion's head. DM keeps saying, oh, just wait and it'll come to you. Something's just arrived at the door. That was another point. There was something else. But I'm just...
I said, for me, it feels like a whole Chekhov's gun situation because the lion's head, that was a big thing. You won a lion's head and, lion's head.
The fact that, like, I can't believe that we were talking about him, like, unprompted right before that happened. That's bonkers.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah.
I don't think it is him.
I really thought it was going to be a dead body, like a warning
Same.
from the Ratcliffe
Yeah,
runners.
that's what I was thinking.
There was a moment where I thought it was that kid from the where you got the tailor's clothes from.
Yeah, I'm
because
really
you
scared
went
about
to
that
him.
little boy.
Yeah.
Like you went to that little boy and then you
Same.
picked
I'm-
something up and then you left.
I'm worried about him.
I am concerned about him.
Yeah.
But,
That part of me thought that like people were going to jump out of the crate. Don't know why.
I thought there was going to be
It's gonna be
dead
like a
body
Trojan
or like a
horse type
head.
thing.
A
Like,
dwarf jumps out.
In my head, the crate was a lot bigger than it probably actually is.
in my head, it could have held a dead body, like curled up.
Yeah.
Though.
In my head, it was the size that you would need for a lion's head to fit inside, because that's what it was.
Yeah, but like a lion's head is like you could fit a small body in there.
You can fit a child in there.
Anyway, I'm just very scared. That was a horrible place to end. Because
I think it's a bluff.
if it's a bluff, it's like in the first 5 minutes of the next episode, we'll find out, oh, it was sent by this man, blah, 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 and we'll all relax. But until we play again, we're always going to be wondering because we can't know for sure.
Yeah, but we're playing again in a week, so it's fine.
It all really does depend on whether you recognise that specific head or whether that trunk
That's
is...
true.
I was like, should have checked on how fancy the trunk is.
I think Talia knows exactly what that lion's head
I
looks
absolutely
like.
know what that lion's head looks like.
Yeah.
Concerning. Okay.
And I feel like you'd have to roll for that sort of thing.
Yeah, with advantage.
No dice, so what can you do?
Oh,
Oh, I know what you can do. You can wait.
Oh, yeah, I can wait for a week.
Rude.
You off again?
Do you want to tell us your favourite moment from the episode?
The lion's head.
Rude.
Like, also, killing a child. Then, like, the sickly boy, just to make you think about the dead child. Just like
Evil
piling it all
DM.
on. Just introducing you to that well that you've walked past like 5 times.
Horrendous.
I'm like, by the way, there's something in there. You finally.
See, I knew there would be, but Rosalind didn't. From the first time it was mentioned, so... Yeah.
Yeah. Bye then.
Bye.
Bye, DM.
Let's hope we know how to
Stop
stop
it.
this. Otherwise, we'll just go on.
We'll keep
forever.
going forever.
Yeah, what are your guys' favourite moments? Favourite moment?
I don't know.
Bye
I
again.
have...
Battery might go flat soon on the audio.
Okay, sick. We'll go quick.
Okay,
Speed run.
I don't know. Come back to me.
Favourite moment? Favourite moment?
Mine was when we were in the garden watching Talia and Thomas. Because
Oh, that bit was
I just,
good.
I just thought that was a
That was
really,
really funny.
That was a really chill moment.
That bit, getting my hair done, and
mean, that-
when we all saw the ghost again.
I think for me...
And
it's-
Zach.
Yeah, it's that bit. It's the funeral, because it was
Yeah,
just
that
so
too.
beautiful and sad and horrible.
God,
And
make up your mind.
and Agatha getting asked on a date.
Oh, yeah,
as
that
a
too.
moment, I thought was really nice.
That's really sweet.
Yeah.
I really liked all the interactions with you guys and Richard and Madam B. It felt like you're actually getting some sort of stability,
Yeah.
which is good because you guys kind of need it.
We're falling apart.
Yeah, I mean, considering how the episode ended, maybe you had to leave again.
I don't think we will.
I don't know.
I think Madam B will
Work
do
the magic.
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Magic.
I think you're gonna have to dip at some point.
I think this is where we
'cause
live for a long time.
This is where you live for. I don't know. That lion's head really made me go.
Rhea really thinks that the lion's head is from the Viscount.
Yeah, I really do think that's from the Viscount, and I'm not sure.
I just don't know if that's how he would do it.
Yeah.
You know, if he was gonna...
Then Rhea was saying, what if it's like a warning that other people are coming, that we've been found, and he's like trying to warn us.
like trying to warn you.
Oh.
You know, that was my
I-
theory
Well,
about
we
it.
don't know if
that.
there's anything else in the trunk.
Yeah,
exactly.
we've got to open the trunk, I think, and see.
Which I'm
That's
sure
where
we
the body
will
is.
straight away.
That's where the body is.
Because all that's happened is,
The crate's been opened.
and I don't think we've even seen the lion's head. I think Madam B just went, oh, a lion's head.
No, we saw it.
Did we see
I
it?
think we saw
Pulled
it.
out the
Well,
line.
we saw it. You didn't.
Oh, no, I
you
didn't
were
see
there.
it.
You
No.
were chatting to your boyfriend?
But yeah.
Who knows?
I mean, I
maybe
guess
we
with
will.
your keen mind, if you'd seen it, you'd be able to answer all of these questions. But you weren't there.
Oh, we need to get Aggie to come and take a look at it.
Yeah. Because there might be a note at the bottom of the trunk.
Yeah, or hidden somewhere.
Or like, yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, that was my whole theory of the whole matter. But we'll have to see.
Scared.
Scared.
Closing thoughts?
I'm scared.
I'm scared. I do like and I don't like that nothing has come from Taya nearly doing a birth sacrifice.
Yeah, I feel like we're in a false sense of calm about that, and it's going to come back and bite us.
And I'm intrigued to see how the night goes when Aggie goes off with Thomas and Rosalind and Talia are left alone together.
Yeah. It might just be really awkward silence.
I think it will be.
I'm more looking forward to seeing how you guys are going to react
to that,
to each other, like...
Oh. I want to know how we're going to react to you going off.
Yeah.
And I want to know if you're going to wait till we're asleep.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Because Agatha doesn't seem to trust Rosalind or Talia at the minute. So
we'll see. But I just, like, you guys are, if I'm out of the room, you guys are going to have the room together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I think you guys might just have a little chat.
Will they talk or will they not? We'll find out, I guess.
Welcome to the weekly episode of Are They Talking to Each Other?
Any more closing thoughts?
No.
Rio.
I'm excited. I'm
Good.
curious. Proud that you've likely gotten rid of one of the ghosts.
Yeah.
Proud of the girls. Yeah, I'm just... don't really know what's going to happen next.
And hopefully we'll have you back next week to find out.
Maybe.
Next talks will be 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 2 weeks, maybe I'll be back again.
I hope
And,
so.
well, at that point, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I think it'll be cool.
We
I'd
will
like to come
find
back.
out.
Yeah.
DM, any closing thoughts?
No.
Of course.
Cool.
We're not allowed to know anything.
Anything else to say?
I think, no. I think about it's, time to, comment your favourite bit. Like the video down about there. Like the video. Comment your favourite bit. Share among your friends. All that stuff.
And until then...
Check out Twitch on Wednesdays.
Yes.
Check out YouTube on Saturdays. It's from the upload from the Wednesday before. Everything's
Check
up
out
there.
the OnlyFans.
Check out the OnlyFans. It's not mine, it's Lyndon's, but we look similar, so just imagine.
If you prefer, just imagine.
Yeah, exactly, that kind of thing. We've got Twitter as well, and we've got an Instagram. We've got a bunch of other TikTok as well, all under the same name.
Sometimes really unhinged things get put on TikTok.
Yeah, the
exactly.
TikTok is
Check
fun.
that out.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all the social medias and stuff that
Yeah.
I feel like we have never been addressed before.
Yeah.
No.
Until then, submissive and subscribable.
Are you looking for a D&D podcast with a dark side? Something more like Game of Thrones and less like Monty Python? Tale of the Manticore is part dark fantasy audio drama, part solo D&D RPG. There's no plot armor here. The dice make all the important decisions. Join me as I resurrect the excitement, wonder, and emotion of old school D&D. Made for a mature audience, Tale of the Manticore is both a fiction and a game. It's the story where chaos rolls.
Seaside.